Deborah's frozen. There we go. Okay, everybody. We have one heck of a class today. We've got a ton of giveaways, or at least I think there are a ton of giveaways. I am making sure that we are live. And yes, it looks like we are live. And let me just go ahead and do this. And so I need for you to do your part and your share with everything that's been going on with the classroom as far as being garbled. It's time for you to do the work and share. We have a new look, but we're not going to reveal it just yet, but because this is our 11th Anni-Birth-ary. So I am going to go ahead and get us started. I'm going to hit the record button because I know that's something I need to do. Here we go. Today is our 11th year, our Anni-Birth-ary, and I'll explain a little bit more about that. No, I don't have a list, but let's fasten our seatbelts. Let's get in the mood. And you know that when you are present in the moment, we dance. And here we go. Fasten your seatbelts. Time to learn and grow together.
The Lillian McDermott Show.
We love, we fear, bridges we burn, we make mistakes, then we live and learn. When life gets tough, and it seems like your best ain't good enough. If you're in need of hope, you know where I'll be right here, right here. And when you need a friend, you can count on me. I'll be right here, waiting for
you. This is the place you can always turn to when you need a friend. The Lillian McDermott Show. To reach out to Lillian, visit her on the web at whenyouneedafriend.com. Now let's all learn together. Here's Lillian McDermott.
Hello, my listening and viewing friend. It's so nice we can meet each other on the air on this beautiful, best day ever. And for those of you who are tuning into the classroom for the first time, please know I've been waiting for you. This is a safe place where you can go to when you need a friend. It is my commitment to provide natural ways to heal, and it is my mission to make awareness, responsibility, and truth a part of our everyday life. And I hope you, my listening and viewing friend, will feel empowered to embrace a new truth and live the life of your dreams. Now, as you know, what I love about the classroom is that we have learned and grown together since 2011. Yes, 2011, that is when I was invited to go into an interview because I had just started my own business. And I was interviewing with the owner of the station, John Harper. And after a 30-minute interview, he came in and said, "Wow, how long have you been doing radio?" And I looked at my watch and I said, 30 minutes. And that was the start of me saying, if I could do my life all over again, I'd go to school to learn about becoming a radio or a reporter or something to that effect. Never did I think that John would call me back and say, "Hey, come on in. I want to talk to you." I thought he was going to sell me something. And so I said, okay, I'll go. Because I'm curious. So I went in and he actually asked me, what would you do if I would offer you a radio show? Again, I didn't realize anything other than that he was asking me a question. And I told him that, I'd want to be a friend. I would want to do a show about a friend because not everybody has a good friend to turn to. I mean, many of us have thousands and thousands and thousands of friends on Facebook, but we are still lonely. And so he says, then do it. And I went, do what? And he said, the radio show. And for many years, and I said yes, even though I didn't know crap about radio or what to do. He gave me the 101 radio host, what to do if you are. And he gave me that tutelage, like right before my first show. And that was a Saturday. And we did a Saturday, 1 hour for a year, then a Saturday for 2 hours for a year. And then he asked me to do 5 days a week. And the rest is history. during that time, life has changed for me completely. The person who started this journey on the radio show is not the same person who is speaking to you today in the classroom. It's been an honor and a privilege to learn from such great teachers and have wonderful people that we've worked together as a team to create what we have today. And we have lots of things to talk about today. We also have lots of giveaways. So be ready. If you are wanting to win some of these prizes, you be ready. And you can text and just one time and your name will go into the winner's basket, but you need to tell me what you want, because if you don't ask for what you want, you're not going to get it. So the giveaways, I have to say, I haven't mentioned Isla Hall in a while. And I usually mention her when Dr. Lorraine Day is in the classroom, because she gave me a scholarship, a monthly scholarship, that if anybody wanted the Book of Revelation or the 100 Lessons from the Exodus DVD, that she would pay for part of it. And so we do have these in the classroom for DVDs, but instead of giving one DVD away, and then it'd only be for someone that is local or someone in the United States, I thought, let's do an online. So that means anybody in the world can get this, whether it's the Book of Revelation or the 100 Lessons from the Exodus DVDs, but it's going to be online. And that way, anybody in the world. So we're going to be giving one of each, so instead of just giving one. So we're going to be giving one online 100 Lessons from the Exodus and Book of Revelation. Then Kelly Bono has come through once again. Either you're going to get a foot soak or a bath detox from Keep Me Safe Organics. Then we also have the gallbladder. So many of you have been wanting to do the gallbladder liver cleanse. It's a fast the cleanse, and we did it's a 4-day process, and we're going to be giving one that's online. So anyone from around the world. This is also the United States only, but anything that's online could be anyone around the world. And then last but not least, 1-hour coaching session from me. But we have announcement later on when Deborah Williams joins us, because she is giving away one of her fabulous t-shirts that I've worn in the classroom before. So she's going to be giving one of those away. So stay tuned for that one. But today we're talking about how on the best day ever, in one perspective for me, because I've got a lot of best days ever, the days that my children were born, my husband and I got married, the day I started the classroom was on my birthday on May 14th. And this is why it's an Anni-Birth-ary. So it's an anniversary of the classroom, 11 years. And it's my birthday as well. Not today, but on the 14th, but we're celebrating today, the classroom. And so we've had an incredible journey. We've had an incredible journey this year. We've had the regulars, Dr. Lorraine Day, Dr. Jennifer Grammett, Dr. Joel Furman, and I'm sure Brooke will correct me when she comes on. There's more than just the regulars of that. And we also have the workshops that Dr. Grammett and I have done, Dr. Thomas Levy, Dr. Bradley Nelson, and we're going to be talking about that when we are later on in the classroom, when the girls show up, the ladies, my team, and Gary Thibault. So we have those workshops that are coming up, and these are wonderful teachers that joined us this year. We were like, wow, we got to do something wonderful and special. And doctors who are taking a stand, like Dr. Ben Edwards, Lee Merritt, Stephen Latulip, there we go, Dan Stock, Brian Artis, Christiane Northrup, Mickey Willis, David Martin, Del Bigtree. And of course, we've reconnected with Dr. Margaret Paul of Inner Bonding, Kelly Brogan, Dr. John Gray. These are all incredible people that have been in the classroom this year. And I'm telling you that it's been such a wonderful year. And I would love to see and love to hear from you if you're watching, because we've gone through a lot of censorship this year. We've been muted, we have been blocked, we have been garbled, but it is because of you that the word of the classroom. So for your gift to me, for our Anni-Birthary, I want you to take, because we're going to be revealing a new look for the classroom. And so I would love for you to share as your way to say thank you for all the years that you've been learning from the classroom. Share it on your page and let your friends know that this classroom exists so that we can learn and grow together. And I want to encourage you all to do that. Let them know that they can just go on there and like and follow the classroom. They can go to my website at whenyouneedafriend.com so that they can absolutely continue to grow with us and all the wonderful things, hopefully, that you've been able to get. The way you get your prizes, your names will be put in my winner's basket. So you text me at 407, there it is, 373-5959. And once you text me, you will tell me which one you want. I need your name. And then I will put you in the winner's basket for that particular one. I've already shared what they are, but I will tell you later on as well. So that way you can win a prize as well. So make sure you text me at 407-373-5959. But I would love to hear from you. What have been your greater takeaways from the classroom? What have you been able to change in your life? What have you been able to adapt? Because when I tell you that the classroom or the radio show changed my life, I'm not kidding. I believe I am alive today because of it. I got off of all my asthma medication. I've been able to remove my implants, have explantation surgery. I was able to I can't begin to tell you, learn about Epstein-Barr and the fact that Epstein-Barr has been reactivated in my body. And now I know some of the things to do. So this has changed my life and the life of the people I love. And I hope that it's changed your life too. And I'd love to hear how it's changed your life. So if you are too shy and you don't want to type it in the comment section or in the chat on YouTube, you can send me a text and I'll read it on the air. I can keep your name private, 407-373-5959. Today, I want to be able to share with you my latest awakening. And I just want to give you a little update too. Which is the Epstein-Barr. After I got, did I mention Thomas Levy, who has introduced hydrocortisone and H2O2, hydrogen peroxide into my life, and so that I can tweak the little things. Like if you're having gut issues, nebulizing with hydrogen peroxide is just an unbelievable tool that you can use. Rinsing your mouth with it, doing different things. We've got lots of classrooms on that. So today, I want to, just in case this is your first time, I want you to go back and go, oh, I missed that class. I missed this class. I missed that one. So you can go back and share it with your friends, share it with your family, because I make sure that for every hour that we're in the classroom, that I have researched at least 4 hours, not because I want to, but because I have to now. Because between the car accident and having a brain injury to today, don't trust everything you read on the internet. It used to be that we could trust it, but not anymore. It used to be that I believed that doctors and hospitals were meant to help us and guide us. And now I call it the white coat trance. And I do not believe they're looking out for our best interests. Not all doctors are created equal. And I have been highlighting some of these doctors that have taken a stand. And I mentioned them already: Dr. Ben Edwards, Dr. Lee Merritt, Dr. Stephen LaTulip, Dr. Dan Stock, Dr. Brian Artis, Dr. Christiane Northrup, and others like Mickey Willis. Judy Mikovits, Dr. Judy Mikovits, Mickey Willis, David Martin, Del Bigtree. And of course, we have other people that are in the classroom now as part of our team, and that I'll introduce later on, that are taking a stand as well. So I want to encourage you to look beyond what you think is true. And thank you, Karen. She's become a very good friend in the classroom and a good friend in my personal life. So I want to thank you always for your support. And speaking of support, I always want to remind you that if you ever want to support the classroom, I'm not just talking to Karen. If you ever want to support the classroom, you can donate to the classroom at whenyouneedafriend.com. You can donate, you can tithe, whatever you want to call it. Like Isla Hall said, I want to donate so that someone who wants the DVD can pay for it. We don't want to pay for all of it, but we want to pay for some of it. And so if that is something that calls out to you, you can say, yes, I want a scholarship for a DVD. But today we're giving away online, both of them, the Book of Revelation and the 100 Lessons from the Exodus. We have reconnected with some wonderful people, like the impact of Carol Howe. Carol Howe, she was the one that learned right from the creator of A Course in Miracles. And she's been in the classroom several times, and she has totally impacted the way I look at how people present themselves in my life. We say, you see in others who you are. Okay, but what if I'm seeing something in you? That means I'm seeing something in me. And so when Carol Howe was in the classroom, and she talked about how these people present themselves in your life so that you can learn from them. There is something within you that you used to do that you don't want to look at, but they're coming at you. And that's an opportunity for you to forgive yourself. Man, she blew me away because I knew the expression as a coach, as a life coach. And did I mention we're giving away 1 hour of a coaching session with Lillian McDermott? I think that's me. So there's so many different gifts, and I'll mention them again later on, that you can text 407-373-5959, and you can declare what it is that you want. And you can watch this later on, because the drawing is going to be May 31st, because I celebrate, frankly, till the end of the year, but I don't want to be abusive to all the people who are donating. I'm just doing it till May 31st, because that'll be a mess to try to get all that coordinated. But Carol Howe really impacted my heart this year in a way that I could sit back and say, okay, I don't like this in you, but it's because I'm not seeing it in me. I am reflecting, you are reflecting who I don't want to see in me. So I need to sit and look at, where have I done this before? Where do I need to forgive another person or myself for this? Where is there a wound that is still deep in me that I need to heal? So those are things that you learn here in the classroom about, with Dr. Brian Artis, what's in your water, with Dr. Thomas Levy, how to take your health back with hydrogen peroxide. Yeah, you can go to my YouTube channel or BitChute and Odyssey. Yeah, and that would be another thing that you could do. Like me on BitChute and Odyssey, because if I'm doing a recap of the classroom, that means that you can only watch it in its entirety in BitChute and Odyssey. So I'm putting those links there to be helpful, but one day I'm going to stop putting the links. One day you're just going to have to, once if you've liked my BitChute and Odyssey, then I think you get notification if you turn on your notifications. There's so many different ways that we have learned, different tools between all the different workshops that we're doing. The body code coming up in July. We have God's plan for real survival and health with Gary Thibault. Take Back Your Life, the workshops that I do on I Am the Solution, which I I have not done a date yet because I'm trying to create balance in my life. And so I canceled that one, but I promise you I will do that again. We're in the process of doing the raw vegan challenge. So if my skin looks a little glowy or whatever, it's because I've been eating 100% raw vegan, and so have 20 other people, which I am really excited about. And so we have that's going on right now. But again, we have other workshops that we've done in the past. One of them that we're giving away is the liver gallbladder cleanse, fast cleanse. Yes. And we're giving one of those away. So if that's something you want, you better text me at 407-373-5959. And with Dr. Thomas Levy, which you can learn, six hours of Dr. Thomas Levy, you can learn how to get your health back with vitamin C, ozone, you just name it. And so that's one that is something that you can purchase. So we'll talk about the giveaways in a little bit, but before I bring on the team that I want to introduce you to, I want to share with you how important it is for you to go to whenyouneedafriend.com and become a subscriber. That way, you know who's in the classroom ahead of anybody else. You'll have their links. If there's anything, a book or anything, the link is on there as well. I try to make it as easy for you, like scrubbing bubbles. We work hard, so you don't have to. And so all you have to do is click on the link and you should be able to access whatever it is that you want to access. But I want to thank Dr. Jennifer Grammett, who is giving away, Dr. Jen's Immuno blend. So she's giving away 2 of those. And I forgot to mention that. So if you want Dr. Jen's Immuno blend, that would be for the United States. If you are living outside the United States, then you would need to pay your shipping. But inside the United States, she'll take care of that. That's 2 of Dr. Jen's Immuno blend. And remind me if I forget, because I want to make sure that you get that too. So she's giving away 2 of those. Maybe I'll take one, who knows, but I'll give them away. The Pharmacy of Merritt Island, who has been so generous promoting the classroom and supporting the classroom. You get 20% off when you mention the Lillian McDermott radio show. Affiliate programs like Keep Me Safe Organics, which makes a commitment to keep anything that's non-organic, chemical, everything is chemical free. And it's just everything I use from head to toe. And so I want to make sure that you look at the Shop Now bag and look at the non-urgent care 24/7. We also have the ground therapy, brain tap, first alternative therapies with Avasia. We have the B3 bands that it's giving me my muscles. So those are all different ways that you can help support the classroom by going to my Shop Now bag or supporting my sponsors. Sorry. Last, you can become an enrolled student in the classroom. You can donate $1 or $1,000, whatever you can do. It's getting more and more expensive to bring this broadcast. So if you want to tithe or just donate, whether it's your time, your talent, your treasure, whether it's $1 or $1,000, it is so important. Excuse me. Let me just get some water. I'm talking too fast because I want to get everything in before we reveal some of the changes. Remember, the title of this classroom is Refreshing the Classroom. And it's nothing that it was stagnant or anything like that. But every time in our life, we must be open for change. We're changing a lot of things. Trust me. Sometimes it feels a little uncomfortable for change, but that's where our life begins. Change or stepping outside of our comfort zone. That is where our change begins. So I wanted to bring on some of the people that have helped us grow along the way. Prior to having this last, before Brooke came on, I had several other people that brought us to that place. And then Brooke came on, and then Brooke was the one that started changing me in a direction that was different than I was before. And now, and Brooke, if you want to come on, I am going to welcome all you ladies to come into the classroom. And I am going to unpin myself here so that I can see all of you as well. So let me remove my pin here so that I can see all of you. I am excited that I have Brooke. Brooke has been with me for over 3 years now, right, Brooke? The
Yes.
first time that I saw her was about a year, less than a year ago, when we did the emotion code together. It was like a family reunion. And I can't tell you enough, Brooke, how wonderful it's been to be with you. So thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Same for me. I feel like I think I started September 2019, and since then, you were going through your explantation process, and at the time, like I had implants, and so just watching you on your journey do that. Recently, after that time, I ended up getting mine taken out, and then just the journey in the classroom, like all of the teachers that I've learned from and just have been able to grow as a person, and hearing from all the teachers has been really, really amazing. So I appreciate you as well.
Well, thank you. Thank you. What's been your biggest takeaway, if you would say, of this time? Was, I know the explantation was huge for us, because I remember I was sharing about it and you're like, maybe that's what I have too. And it was just like, wow, God put us together for a reason. And what would you think is the overall reason that happened? Because I know that I've learned and grown from you as well. So I don't know if you feel that this is something that has allowed you to find your own voice, or tell us a little bit about where your plans, because Brooke is officially moving on. And I am just so excited for her, because I am not one to clip anyone's wings. Don't clip my wings. I'm not going to clip anyone else's wings. And I know that Brooke is headed for great and better things. So share a little bit about that, Brooke.
Yeah, so I think the main takeaway that I have is that I think our relationship and our connection, our business connection, I've learned so much about myself. I've really learned to like step into my power, and by witnessing you, living your truth and living your craft, that's really inspired me to figure out my own and step into my own power. And what does that look like for me? So for me, I feel like our paths were very much aligned, and your purpose. I loved all the teachers that you had in the classroom. So many teachers that I had witnessed you interview before were teachers that I had really just, really followed and appreciated. And so witnessing you do that, I was like, oh, like, what is it for me, that I'm really passionate about? And we have so many similarities in that way, waking people up to their own personal truth and what is their passion and their purpose, and walking in that. And so for me, I really would love to help people figure out what that is for them. And I think we figure out our purpose when we figure out ourselves, when we learn who we truly are. So I'm creating a company called Soul Support. And so the idea is to have one-on-one individual support to help people along their journeys. And so I think we have our ego's journey and our mind's journey and society's journey that they want for us, and can kind of get enwrapped in all of that. And what are other people's desires for our lives? And so for me, I want to help people really figure out, like, what is their true calling? What is their passion?
Awesome.
And so just giving support for people's souls along their journey, and just helping them along their way. And I think when we align with that, we really just live happy, healthy, vibrant, joyful lives. And when we have everybody doing that, living in alignment with their truth, we have a happy world. Seems simple, but just offering that support to individuals along the way. And I really hope to build a community of like-minded people who can offer support to each other, so we can all kind of, like you do, learn and grow together, so just offer another platform to support people.
Awesome. Awesome. Congratulations with that, Brooke. And I'm telling you, you will be missed. And I know that you are going to be going to your, the commitment that you have, but I just wanted to bring you on first and say thank you for everything that you've done. The gut belly laughs that we've had, to the point where tears were shooting out of our eyes, to the moments that were tender or maybe difficult, because sometimes those things do happen when we work together. And I'm glad that we've got through those. And now that you are in that moment where you are going to be stepping into your magic. So thank you, Brooke, for everything that you've done. And I am looking forward to tuning in and seeing what you're doing.
Awesome.
Okay. Thank you.
So much.
So we bye. And so now we have Deborah Williams and we have Alyssa Brilinski. Did I say that correctly? I'm so excited. So Brooke is no longer part of the team, but she'll always be a part of our heart. And so in comes Deborah Williams, who I met at the Body Code. And actually, I met at another event too. So Deborah, share a little bit about you and what you plan to bring to the classroom as you get started.
Sure. Thanks for having us on. This is great, I think, for people to be able to, see now who is a part of your team and then maybe some of the changes that are happening, and so putting a face to the name, and then, myself and Alyssa are going to be working on, some of the branding and graphics together, big picture. And then I'll be working with our guests as well behind the scenes, and then bringing on some, folks that are maybe bringing some new ideas and some new guest teachers that are, bringing something new to the table. And, as someone who's very passionate about health freedom, and I've been, in the fight for the past, few years since everything kind of went down in 2020. And then a lot of us have had some major life changes, occur in the past 2 years.
Yeah.
Myself, something was really awakened back whenever lockdowns happened for me to start really, I've always been a passionate person, but when I saw certain things happening, it didn't sit right with me. So I got really, really heavily involved, and I became an advocate for, especially for the children, because that's where my heart's at, because I'm a mom of two. So, I have a 7-year-old daughter and a 9-year-old son. My daughter was going to be going into kindergarten that year. So her first year of school, and there was no way that I was going to send her to school wearing a mask or to be fear conditioned. That was without a doubt at the heart of why I rose up and started not only fighting for my children, but for all children, and empowering other parents to start speaking up and being a voice, because our children, they're so young, they don't have voices yet. So we have to be that for them. So that's been, where my heart's been at really the past 2 years. And I actually, in that process, started a group called Parent Advocates for Student Health Freedom in June of 2020, where I recruited tons of other local parents to start joining in and getting involved in their children's lives and educations again, because we've become so disconnected from that as parents. So it's really due time for us to re-immerse ourselves and take back, our roles as parents. Yes. And our duty as parents to protect our children, and not in the way that government or society necessarily sees fit, but the way that we know God has called us to.
That's right.
So that's, where I'm really passionate. And, I've, just brought a lot of parents out to school board meetings and encouraged people to start showing up in the community.
Amazing. Yeah. And so one of I've mentioned that we're giving away a t-shirt. Yeah. And so show some of your t-shirts, Deborah.
Yeah. So it's really cool. The journey of the t-shirt thing has been really cool for me, because it's become, a little side passion project of mine to do these t-shirts with messages on them. So I wish I had the first one that I ever made, which was really just an Unmask Our Children t-shirt. Mm-hmm. And I started making these for our parents who were showing up to school board meetings, and I was making them, money out of my own pocket, giving them out, and, just getting people to show up and empowering them, because there's a unity when you're all wearing like the same shirt and the same message. And so it was just Unmask Our Children. And then I started to make some other t-shirts with messages on them, like Fear is a Liar, which I have one of the tanks right here that I make, and I put it on, it's on my website now, which is mindbodyblend.com. But I'm going to be giving away, actually, I want to give away 2 t-shirts.
You're giving away 2?
So, Yeah, why not? I mean,
I want one. I want another one. Okay. So, 2 t-shirts. Okay. So
not
you heard it.
necessarily. Yeah. So here's another message that's recent.
Oh, that's awesome. I have not seen that one.
Yeah, that's one of my newest ones. Yeah. So just bringing those messages, not only health freedom, and I'm not trying to over politicize this stuff, but I want people to be bravely wearing their convictions and these messages that we're passionate about, and a lot of people, what I noticed, are afraid to speak up and have a voice. So I found it extremely empowering to do these silent advocacy shirts where we can wear these messages, and maybe not necessarily we're not talking about it boldly, but if we're wearing the messages, what we're going to start attracting from that. And mostly, folks, it's positive. I mean, it's kind of amazing. So
so we're giving away 2. So if you go to mindbodyblend.com, first of all, you need to text me at 407-373-5959. That's the t-shirt I have.
That's your favorite.
That's my favorite. That's super spreader of love, light, truth, and gratitude. I think I need one. Super spreader of love, peace, joy, and unexpected abundance. Maybe we could do one of those. But
and then here's one more spicy one just to show you, because I know you were talking about this a bit ago. So this is passionate on my heart too.
Yes.
Big message.
Yes. And we're just going to show it so they don't have to say it. And then we would get deleted from
exactly. Yeah.
I'm really excited because Deborah is going to be the person who is going to be reaching out to other big names. And we've had some incredible names during my time with Brooke. And now I just saw that we have Peter McCullough coming on the 24th. So good job on that. What we call on the radio, good get. That's a good get. Yeah. And every time John Harper would say that to me, I'd go, it was just so excited because of course I didn't have any education in radio at all. And so I'm excited about that, but we'll be maybe topping into maybe if we have some extra time, because I do want to bring Alyssa Brilinski. I am so excited that she is the one. So if you've noticed some changes in the graphics, you can thank Alyssa for that. So share a little bit about your background, Alyssa. And I know you're really excited to be in the classroom today. So why don't you share a little bit about your background and what you plan and hope to do for the classroom?
Hi, everyone. My name's Alyssa. I like the classroom. Am in a transition. I'm trying to slowly make my way out of a career in the airline industry for the past 10 years. And I've taken on Lily's show to be kind of behind the scenes, really work with the graphics and help bring things a fresh new look and just encompass what the brand is really speaking. And then I've also simultaneously started as a professional matchmaker, which I don't even think I told you, Lily.
I could be that. Can I work for you? I could be a professional matchmaker.
Yes, just send me you can have the single people text you and you can just send
them all the single people text me.
And I'm excited to be here. I love letting my creative self flow and work through these graphics and work with Lily in being able to speak what her brand is trying to say.
Well, you're doing a phenomenal job. I'm telling you, it is so nice to see the creativity that you guys are doing. I used to do this back when I had a 1 day a week show on a Saturday. I used to do, actually, we didn't have Facebook at the time. We started Facebook, I think, in 2013. So that's when we started that's when the show went from 1 day to 5 days a week. And then it grew to 6 days a week from Southeast Georgia all the way to South Florida on the radio. And it was just an incredible experience. But once I started doing the 5 days a week, I just couldn't do it anymore. And so I'm telling you, you are really knocking it out of the field. And it's really nice to see what you're doing. We're going to be taking some of my old memes that I created, some of my own quotes and expressions, and Alyssa is going to modernize them, aren't you, Alyssa?
Sure am.
It's going to be a huge task for you, but it's going to be fun to see them be recreated. So as we go forward, medical information or medical freedom, other ways that I don't want to say it in any other way, making you aware that there's another side of what's happening. You know, I used to call Brooke and now I'm going to call Deborah and Alyssa this, but my right hand. These are things I could do, but I don't have time to do. And so they're my right hand. And so I just want to acknowledge one of my other hands, you know, because I do have a left hand. And I want to acknowledge Joe, because Joe has been an incredible tool. I mean, I don't know. He just fell from heaven, just like Alyssa, Brooke, and Deborah fell from heaven. Joe Newman, he manages my website. And today I called Deborah and he was ready to go. Give me whatever you need. I'll get it done before the show. You know, so, I mean, he's amazing. So I just want to thank Joe for that. These are people you don't see. And of course, one who I cannot do without is my left hand, because Joe is part of my left hand. It's interesting that my left hand are guys. The right hand are the women and the guys are the left hand. So I would say, if Robert, I don't know if you're even near the computer, but if you can you please reveal yourself? Because without Robert, I really couldn't do this. It's not just me. I know you see me on a regular basis, but if it weren't for Robert being my left hand, and he does all the accounting and all the taxes and all the landing pages for the workshops, he's the one that keeps me legal. He keeps me legal to make sure that everything that's coming in is accounted for. And there he is. He is my left hand. So the first time Deborah and Alyssa just met Robert, this is the second time they meet. So I'm grateful. You got your new ear sets, huh? Are you going to unmute, or else you owe me $1? There you go.
Yes. Did you ask me a question? I didn't hear it.
Oh, okay. So I just wanted to say thank you. If it weren't for you keeping me legal and out of jail, I appreciate you. He does so I'm just saying thank you. This is my new team. Joe is not here, but this is our new team. And this new team, we're going to do bigger and better things. And I am really excited about that. Robert, do you want to share what's been your biggest takeaway since 2011? I mean,
well, I think you know what my biggest takeaway was. You know, I was about 20 years ago, I stopped eating red meat and most fried foods. But there was one guest on the show, Russell Francis, who Raymond Francis. I don't know. I must know a Russell because I keep saying that. Yeah, so Raymond Francis, but he wrote a book, The Great American Health Hoax. And you know, I was diagnosed with osteoporosis back 20 years ago, and he had an insight that I had never heard about what might be causing it and what I needed to do to improve my health. And so that kind of changed my journey. I got away from all sugars, anything that had added sugar on it. And over the course of the next several years, listening to guests like Dr. Day, Dr. Furman, I've gradually changed to the point where I don't have any animal products in my diet. And here the past 4 weeks has been almost all raw vegan. So I, you know, my health has been gradually improving. I go to see my doctor and he says, I don't know what you're doing. You need to keep doing what you're doing because your results are better than they have ever been. And I said, well, guess what, doctor? I haven't had any of your medicine for the past year. Yeah. So it's just about my diet. So anyway, that's just a snippet.
Thank you, Robert. I know you're doing the background stuff, but I just wanted to say I love you and thank you so much for everything that you do. You know, it's funny because I have to add to what else the doctor said that he didn't say. That doctor was my doctor too. And he stopped being my doctor once I started changing my life. And he knew my position on things. And he shook his head, put his hand over his forehead and says, that Lillian is going to get me out of business. Remember that, Dr. Pippick? Yeah, Dr. Pippick. So thank you, Robert. I know that you're working. I hear you chopping. And Robert is the professional salad maker in the house now. He went from not liking to even go into the kitchen. Now there's nothing sexier than a man in the kitchen. I will tell you that. So Robert has stepped it up a notch. Thank you so much, Robert, for everything that you do. Thank you. I know that sometimes I get him out of his comfort zone, but anyway, I just wanted to say that that I'm not doing this by myself. And it takes a village. And so I want you guys to know that when you see me, you're also seeing Deborah, you're also seeing Alyssa and Robert, and Joe, because if it weren't for all of them. And so when I say the classroom does need help, financial, I'm so grateful for Deborah. She's like, but we could get some sponsors. And I'm like, it's really hard to sponsor my classroom, right? So Deborah, you have big plans. Share some of the plans that you have for the classroom.
So I think, just tapping into the resources that are here already, and then, really just explaining, like, this is how we can work together. It's really just, building relationships and then working with people to promote what we've already got going. And you've already got such a strong show here, and you've got people that have been following you for years along your journey. And, the information that you're putting out and the guests that you're bringing on, and the information that you're sharing, it's really just, taking that and to the next level, really. Yes. And then, of course, working with people, with new people as well, so I would love to hear even suggestions from our followers here. I would love y'all to email me and say, this is who I want to see on Lily's show.
Yeah. So you can email her at support@whenyouneedafriend.com. Support, CC me at lily@whenyouneedafriend.com, just so that we can both collaborate together. Because it's so important that we check everybody out. Because we get a lot of people saying, hey, you should listen and watch this person, but we try to step it up one up and get someone that is credentialed or that can speak up this topic. And Alyssa, Deborah, and I were talking about bringing a lot of this information for us, because we were looking at the demographics. And Alyssa, some of the things that you're learning today, how would you have felt if you could have learned it as a younger person? You're already young. You're younger than me. But what if you could have learned this at an earlier stage? Like with me, I wish I would have learned it before my 40s,
I'm so lucky that I've been learning this since my 20s, and it keeps evolving, and I get to learn new every day. But I wish that other people my age had the opportunity to learn, because I know there's so many of my friends who are just so in the dark, especially surrounding nutrition. Nutrition is one of the topics that is really important to me. And I think that nobody, in general, people do not have great information surrounding nutrition. So I really hope that people can learn and grow.
Absolutely. And we are targeting a younger audience as well, because, we have raised our children, but now we're seeing our grandchildren being raised depleted of vitamins and nutrients and minerals. We're seeing autism in the rise. And next week classroom, we have Karen Ramsey, who's been very helpful during the Raw Vegan Challenge. We're going to talk about how to, I can't use the word heal. I'm going to say it alone. And I'm going to say another word, which is autism. I can't say prevent that. I'm going to say it at different times, because it's just a matter of getting a check mark or saying, oh, I said the wrong thing. But we're going to be tapping into, because I've said this before, that the best way to get the world to be reverse disease and to be healthy. Let me just put it this way, to be healthy, because people just don't know how to be healthy anymore. Whether it's spirit, mind, and body, is to start with our children. And when I see two young ladies who have young children be as passionate as I am, and they're not saying to me, oh, stop. It'd be nice to bring this to the classroom too. Yeah. Not just us grandmas and aunts and uncles and nieces and nephews, but to a younger. What do you think about that, Deborah, as we are moving forward, not to exclude my generation, because I'll be 59 on Saturday, and I'm very proud of the fact that I am alive today. I got off of all my asthma medication because of Dr. Andrew Saul. And I'm thrilled to say that if I would have continued with the medication I was on, One of it was called Xolair. I was on it for 9 years, and it was the CPT code, or the ICD-10 code now, is compared to chemo. I didn't even know that I was on that for 9 years.
Yeah.
So to be able to get off of that at the beginning of my journey, to become a life coach, to become all these things that I've been able to do, not because I chose it,
right,
but because God chose it for me. And so what would you say is, for you, Deborah, your vision when it comes to the younger people, the younger generation, such as you and Alyssa?
So for me, obviously, I'm passionate about health freedom, but the reason I'm passionate about health freedom is because I'm passionate about health.
Mm-hmm.
And that's at the root of it, is the health part. You can't have freedom without personal responsibility. I mean, you can, but is it really going to work as well without everyone doing their part and taking personal responsibility? No. So personal responsibility is a huge deal when it comes to health freedom, all of these things that people are so up in arms about these days. It all comes back to personal responsibility. So as parents, we can really take and do our part by the way that we raise our children intentionally and consciously. So, if you were raised in maybe not the best, healthiest home environment, then you really are going to have to work a little bit harder than maybe someone who was, because there's a program there that may be preventing you from coming into healthier habits and behaviors that may be a little bit more simple for someone else because they were raised that way. Therefore, they are programmed more so that way. Like I was raised pretty holistic and healthy. There were some things, and a lot of things I have changed, but I feel like I have friends who have parents, who have raised them with all of this manufactured frankenfood and tons of, food dyes and a lot of these ingredients that are plaguing our children and creating such deep health issues from within that they are just going to carry them, throughout their adulthood. And this isn't going to change. It's just going to keep cycling unless we as parents put a stop to it with our children.
Absolutely. It stops here. Responsibility starts with us. And it's not the kind of word that is blame, shame, fault, and duty. It's about ownership, empowerment. Yes. That's the true meaning of responsibility. I was talking to someone earlier and I said, you can be anxious or nervous, or you can be excited. They have the same energy, but one is positive and the other one is not. One will support you and one will keep you down. And this is what we want. We want to support everybody. We want to bring you guys to that next level so that we can be our own MD, our own medical detective. We can be our own PI, looking through the maze of things. And so I want to encourage you to not only invite your friends, like today for my birthday, from our anniversary for the classroom. I ask, because you don't ask, you don't receive. I ask that you go to your page, share this class, share this session, or whatever it is. Just share the whole, because I haven't seen. Have we checked? Have we changed the branding? Have we started?
No, I want you to just okay it first before we put it up.
So right now there's something similar, but it's not 100% because Facebook kind of distorted it. It didn't have it in the right dimension. So you'll see a little bit of a glimpse, but not the final display. But I just want to encourage all of you to post this channel in your page. Share it. Tell your friends to like it. Let's spread the good news, because we're not getting any help from social media. We can only do this with your help. And I want to encourage you to also text me at 407-373-5959. We have 2 Dr. Jen's Immunoblend. Thank you for Dr. Jennifer Gramuth. So Jen Immunoblend, we're giving away 2 of those. We're giving away 2 t-shirts from Deborah. Hold your t-shirts up, and you can check her out at mindbodyblend.com. There we go. That's one of the shirts that I wore in the classroom. And that one, there you go. There you go. So I'm not going to read them out loud because then I'll get zinged. And so we're going to, so she's going to give out 2. So text me 407-373-5959. We're giving away 100 lessons from the Exodus and the book of Revelation online. We're using the scholarship money from Isla Hall to donate this as an online. So anyone around the world, we are also giving away the gallbladder cleanse. And that's for, anywhere around the world. If you want to follow that for yourself, that's awesome. We're Kelly Bono and Keep Me Safe Organics. I love Keep Me Safe Organics because I feel that everything I put on what's that chemical t-shirt that you have, Deborah? Why don't you hold that up? This is the motto of Keep Me Safe Organics, and it's just like no chemicals, no synthetics at all. Even my mascara has 0 synthetics, my lipstick, 0. And usually people are licking petroleum all day long and they don't even know it. So it's about an awakening. And I'm grateful that I have this awakening now with the next generation.
Yeah.
If I can't affect my family and children or whatever, but at least maybe they can. I don't know. Maybe somebody in my family follows them and will want to learn a little bit more and grow. So we're giving away the 1 gallbladder cleanse and 1-hour coaching session. So you need to text and ask for what you want. Give me your name, text for what you want, and let me know. And before we go, I just want to tell you that there's one more thank you that I have to say, that if I didn't say it, then I would not be who I say I am. Last, but my first, without any apology, I am grateful to my Lord and Savior God. That is who gives me the strength to do all things. Without it, I could do nothing, and keeps me in persevering mode and in hopeful mode, because I know the end of the story. We know the end of the story. So to find somebody to work with me in the classroom takes a lot of like-mindedness. But I am so grateful that Alyssa and Deborah both, and Robert, of course, and Joe, we are all so like-minded in the sense that we know where our strength comes from. And we know that there is another truth out there. There's a new truths that we talk about in the classroom. And I hope that you will continue to join us as we grow together. Check out the new graphic on Facebook, because that's the first start. There we're like itching to change it, right? Alyssa, who was the mastermind of the change? Was it Deborah or Alyssa? It's like, we got to get that out. It's old school. We've got to go new school, right? Oh, nobody's fessing up. Should you fess up?
I think it was a team effort.
I was like, you know what? Like, I think it would be a great idea for us if we're doing refreshing the classroom, like, let's get this up, like that made sense to me from a branding and big picture, perspective. And then Alyssa was like, yep, on board, let's go.
And so when they put it on this morning, I'm like, I texted Deborah and I went, it doesn't look the same that you showed me. Yeah. So right now it's a little, just like the group, like our new team, it's a work in progress.
Work in progress.
You know what? I believe art does imitate life. We're seeing a lot of things. We're being dumbed down. We are being comfortable and believing everything that we hear in the media. And I say, believe nothing, verify everything.
Yeah.
Verify everything. Even if I say it, or anyone that is part of the teachers in the classroom, please verify everything. Things do change and we can all be deceived. And just because someone says something and they call it their truth, and that is God's truth and all honest truth, there's discernment. How does it sit with you? Maybe it doesn't sit with you now because you weren't ready for this truth. Maybe it will sit with you in the future. But sit with it and ask yourself the question, why doesn't it sit with me? and go from there and keep and continue to grow, because this is what the classroom is all about. Right, good ladies?
Yes, exactly.
And I want you guys to be the classroom warriors that start sharing the news, because it's not happening through social media. It doesn't matter how many ads we pay for, how many wonderful guests we've had in the classroom. We are being garbled up, and that's okay. That's okay, because we have you. We have the smartest, most intelligent, giving, and loving audience ever to stand with us in this journey. So if anything that we've said in the last 11 years, or the last week, or the last hour, or the last whatever it is for you that you resonate with, do something about it. Share it with your friends, your family. I would love to see, for my birthday celebration, anniversary celebration, 1,000 more likes in the classroom or more. And remember to text for those gifts. If you forget what they are, go back. I'll repeat them afterwards in the extended Teacher's Pet Corner. So ladies, thank you so much for saying yes to the classroom, saying yes and putting a facelift in the classroom as well, because we could all use it. And please remember, we'll be right here waiting for you worldwide at whenyouneedafriend.com. This is Lillian McDermott, Deborah, and Alyssa wishing you love, peace, joy, and unexpected abundance. Make it the best day ever. Good job.
The opinions and advice expressed on the Lillian McDermott radio show are intended for the individual callers and guests on the program and are presented to our wider audience solely for general educational purposes. Please act responsibly and consult personally with your own medical, psychological, or nutritional expert before taking any steps to improve your life.
So we have people asking for things, but if you ask for anything, then we don't know where to put you. So just say specifically what you want, because I love all the texts that I'm getting. So remember, we're going to be doing the giveaway on May 31st because we want to celebrate the whole month. But I celebrate till December 30th. I just want you to know I'm just like a happy birthday girl all the rest of the year. The first and the week leading up to my birthday, I'm like really quiet, really thinking about what's birthing in me. And it's been like this since 2011. Every year around the Anni-Birthary of the classroom, the show classroom, that last week, starting on May 1st to like the 12th, the 13th, on the 14th, I'm like, yay, it's my birthday, and the anniversary of the show. But leading up to that is, okay, God, what are you calling me to do? And in comes Alyssa and Deborah going, okay, Lillian, you need to freshen up. You need to do this. You need to do that. I'm like, oh, okay. So you're going to see some changes. And I want you to know that that we are discussing some of these changes and how we're going to move forward. Because remember, I started off as a radio show. There had to be an intro. There had to be an outro. There had to be a disclaimer. There had to be all those things. And that training has continued, even though I walked away from radio in 2019. And Deborah and Alyssa are going, oh yeah, we're going to make some changes. So we're excited to be able to make these changes, grow. Do you have any like previews of who is probably going to be? Because I already spilt the beans with Peter McCullough, Dr. Peter McCullough.
Should we give a preview? I can give
some names that were
one name out there.
Yeah.
So currently working with Metabolic Mike, who Mike Mutzger is his name, but he is a large presence in the social media world, YouTube, Instagram. He is a wealth of knowledge about tons of topics regarding health.
Yes.
Also,
Yes.
another one that I am in communication with is Sean Stevenson. It's the model Sean is his his name, but he is another one in the health world that's a big guru, I guess you could call. But these are some of the people that are we're kind of working with to get on the show and just bring maybe some new information or a new spin on things for people to, to really dig their hands in and start to just learn and grow more,
Very good. Very good. And I will say once again that the classroom, one of the teachers that we're going to look at is men's hormone health. And if we can think about, okay, if we look at the demographics, we have a lot of men that listen to the classroom, believe it or not. We have a good amount, but we're not necessarily focused on that alone.
Right.
The women who love the men, we're going to all benefit from this. And when we do shows for women, the men that are there that are tuning in, man, you guys got the upper hand, because now you know a little bit more on how to love the women in your life. And so we're going to keep growing. We're going to keep blossoming and keep learning new truths to bring to the classroom. And we know that we have a future ahead, that we have so many teachers that we're going to be discussing and then approving and then reaching out to, and we're going to be doing all that. So I, like Deborah said, if you have someone that you love and maybe you follow, that have a really good audience, maybe they just getting started, a story or whatever that needs to be told because nobody is reporting their story. We have to verify everything, because a lot of people have stories, but they may not be real. So we have to verify everything. It's very important to me that the integrity of truth be the thread by which we bring everything in the classroom. So before we go, I'm just going to reiterate. So we have some people said, Susie says, Dr. Levy is so full of knowledge. Love listening to him. Great, Susie. Tell me how to cure my severe eczema, please. Okay, so we have Dr. Jennifer Grameth that comes on once a month. We also, are you willing to change your lifestyle? Are you willing to change the way you eat? That's the question. That's the question. Yes. Tell me how to. So yes, SC wants to know how to change to severe eczema. I would say seriously, we're just about to be finished with the Raw Vegan Challenge, but that's going to be available for people to go through it and go through our journey. And for a small fee, you get to pay for it and then go through it every week. We're on our 4th week. We just feel like we started just yesterday, but I would say that eczema is inflammation and your body is coming out. So we're going to talk with Dr. Jennifer Grameth, who's a lymphatic specialist, and I will ask her to talk about eczema. I am not a medical doctor, and nothing that I say, even though I tell you what I've done, you need to always be prudent in your own life and check it out, do your due diligence. But I would say that eliminate wheat and dairy. And if you have, so she is aware. So I don't know what Shiloh is. So I know, okay, so that must be a different language. Shiloh, what is that language that you're speaking? So if you are willing to change your lifestyle, going raw vegan, before going raw vegan, there are things that you need to do. You need to start eliminating. That's my name. Oh, Shiloh, what a beautiful name. That's a beautiful name. Thank you for saying that. So if you are willing to change, that's a good start for you. But we've done lots of classes with Dr. Jennifer Grameth about the lymphatic system. And that is your body getting rid of toxic chemicals. There could be a toxic overload. And this is what I've learned from the teachers in the classroom. So a class with Joe Pizzorno might be good to go onto YouTube and check out. There's a little search feature on my YouTube channel, and you can enter Joe Pizzorno, Jennifer Grameth with the lymphatic system. Let me see, because the ladies are new to the classroom. Maybe you can look at inflammation, but that is inflammation in your body. But if you want to change your lifestyle, there's a whole series, and it'll be a step-by-step instruction, like your must-haves in the kitchen, going through the process with all the people that are going through it. They're being recorded. They're sharing what their takeaways are. Tuesday is our last day, but you can join us now for Tuesday's lesson, and we can encourage you to do whatever it takes. But you don't need to have eczema. most diseases are lifestyle changes, lifestyle diseases.
Yeah.
99% of all diseases begin in the heart. Past traumas that have manifested in your life that have caused an imbalance, and those are trapped in your body. And little by little, as you start releasing those, these toxic overloads will diminish as well. Of course, you have to do some changes. You can't just say, oh, I release my abuse, or I release the, no, there's a lot of things that you have to go through before that release happens. But one of them is nutritional changes. Drink lots of water, exercise, get a rebounder so that you can start getting that out of your system. But you do not have to have that anymore. You can start your journey just like I started my journey. Deborah started her journey. Alyssa started her journey. You can start your journey today, Shiloh. Okay, let me see if there's any more comments before we go and before I mention the things that we're giving away. Okay, so here are the giveaways that you are going to be calling me for. 407-373-5959. If it's online, you can do this anywhere around the world. If you're not from the United States and it's not an online product, you need to pay for the shipping, because that's sometimes it could be very costly. And so online, we're giving away Dr. Lorraine Day's Bible studies that we did. This one is the New Truth series, the Book of Revelations with Dr. Lorraine Day. And then this is also online. We're using Isla Hall, her scholarship, to donate one online, but she is, if you want to, in the future, if you want to be able to do a DVD, but you can't, the $105 is cost prohibitive, then there's a percent that Isla Hall donates. And again, we have the 100 lessons from the Exodus. And so again, it's online. So so write these down if you don't have that. Okay. So Keep Me Safe Organics, they're giving either a bath detox. This has charcoal in it, and I think it has lavender. It's wonderful smell. Everything is organic. There's nothing synthetic in here. No colors, no dyes. And it's all chemical free. Or you can get your peppermint foot soak. So either or, you pick the one you want and they will send it to you if you get picked on May 31st. So your name will get put into the winner's basket. We have one gallbladder liver cleanse fast. A fast cleanse, that's online. So anyone around the world can go for that one. And 1 hour of coaching. I coach people from all over the world. So if you would like to try for that, if you want to try for all of them, then you need to send it by your name. Just put what you want, and then I'll put you in what you want. You got to ask for what you want, or you won't receive what you want. Then we have Dr. Jen's we're going to give 2 of Dr. Jen's immunoblend, that's to build your immune system, minerals that you need in your body that you may not be getting. And then last but not least, Deborah, you have your t-shirts. You're going to give away 2 and show us your t-shirts for mindbodyblend.com. You can pick whatever saying you want, and then you send me at 407-373-5959. You're watching it there. 407-373-5959, and tell me the t-shirt that you want. I love the tank top. I think I want one of those. You read it. Yeah, there you go. You can see it now. Yep, that's what that t-shirt's all about. What else do you have? I love count the chemicals, not the calories. Or count the calories, count the chemicals, not the calories. There we go. There you go. This is where you can make a statement. You can make a statement without words. You can just say it with your actions.
That one.
There you go. There you go. Bring that one up a little bit so that people can see. There you go. That if you want to say no to something, those are great things to say no to. So I want to thank you guys. Thank you, Deborah. Thank you, Alyssa, for coming in today to the classroom. It was wonderful to see. And I just wanted you, my listening and viewing friend, to know who are the people in our team. And you're going to be starting to see some changes. I'm loving the texts. Send all the texts. the more the merrier. I wanted you to see the team. You're going to see some changes. And so for some people, change is difficult. For us, we say, bring it on, because we know life begins outside of a comfort zone, because we get comfortable with what we know, but it's outside of our comfort zone where life begins. So once again, 407-373-5959, send us your whatever it is that you want, and we will put you in the winner's basket. On May 31st, we will do our drawing, and hopefully you will win. So thank you so much. Thank you, ladies, for being in the classroom. I'm looking forward to seeing all the wonderful things that we're going to do together.
Glad to be here.
And Alyssa,
Thank you.
there you go. I was going to say, you owe me $1, but people come on and if they don't unmute, they owe me $1. And right now I should be a millionaire, but no one's ever sent me $1. So hey, maybe everybody can send me $1. Okay, guys. I'm so grateful. Thank you so much for 11 years. I couldn't have done it without God, of course, my husband, and the team that is going to get us to that next level. I am super excited. I hope you're too. And I hope that you will, as a gift for all this hard work and effort, that you will share our page on your page and ask your friends and family to like and follow the Lillian McDermott Radio Show Classroom. Okay, we'll see you next week, because we have lots of teachers next week and we can learn and grow together. And tomorrow, of course, we have our watch parties on Fridays and Mondays, so that we can continue seeing what's happened in the past. If you've missed it, you'll grow. So we'll see you guys. Thank you so much for everything.